Alright, so what is one thing that you can or you could do better than AI? This is the question. So we're gonna have a up to 20-minute session into trying to give some answers and keep asking questions towards this question. See what we can come up with. Now, I will start with saying that, and don't be tempted to go and ask ChatGPT as I've been before, right? But not now, not by answering this question now. But before this, I was just through my conversation, I asked him about what makes us better than him, and then he said that one thing that AI can't reproduce is human imagination. He can't do that. He doesn't have intuition, and he 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 it doesn't have emotional intelligence. Now that's not to say that we will reach a point where we develop these machines to the point of simulating it, okay? Because what it is really, so also this is a simulation of or interpretation of what human intelligence is. But they boost it up, they put it on steroids, so now obviously it's better than what a human is. So I remember one of the videos that I've seen before with some guy putting the, because what it is basically is just nodes connected, right? It's like the way it functions. It's like nodes, patterns inside a node, circuits, whatever, and then they amount together a bunch of nodes, and they put in more and more and more, same like they're doing with the phones, right? So they create better chips, and then same with this, right? So a neurologic part that it's put it to work basically. It's like an engine, right? So then obviously you could give it a body, you could give it, put it in all sorts of forms, right? I guess it's like playing God, pretty much. What we, what God did with us, we do it with these machines, pretty much, right? I guess it's God's plan at the end of the day. But what is it that makes us different? But most importantly, not what makes us different, but what we could do, as in our social economical approach to society, right? That's the question here. Because, yeah, okay, you could do this, you could do that, do it for yourself. It's not really interesting, right? You do it for others, it starts making sense, right? So, in order to survive in this world, basically, right, that's what we, in the new coming world, where people will choose the machines to do over, they will choose the machines to do certain tasks over others, human beings, right? Which, from many points of view, makes sense. You have to be reasonable, right? So every man basically needs to ask these questions. What can I do? Can I, what can or could, right? Better than AI in this new world coming up. The new world is already here. It's not coming up, but it's a way of saying, okay, the future is now. But if you think about it, I think AI been here for a while. We just promoting more and more. It became mainstream. Everybody's crazy about it now, but it's been here for several several years. I would say 50, 70, stuff like that. It's weird. It's not even some new thing. So, yeah. What can you do better then? As I said, I give you three clues, right? Imagination. No, that's not imagination. The way he put it together when he creates a picture with Nano Banana, Mid Journey, whatever, it's not imagination. He just picks whatever data it has and put it together uh, in this picture that you provided or you ask for, right, through a prompt. So imagination, one thing. Now, obviously, it's no point for me to be up here trying to figure out all these jobs, right? Because there are plenty. But if you do it, if your imagination could be fructified, if you're in a position where your imagination counts already, that means you have a possibly you have a pretty good thing going on, right? There's a place for you in this new world. If not, you still have the imagination, then work on it. Like, try to find the right environment where that can run, can manifest itself, and put it in practice, right? Because just imagining things in your head, doing nothing about it, is not going to help anyone. So, what I'm trying to say is that you basically want to get official about it and put a sign up, right? And be responsible for your output. So then, when you create something, you know that others will hold you accountable. So therefore, first of all, you have to be obeying the laws. Be wise. Build to last. Because if you don't build to last, it makes no damn sense. You're only gonna enjoy for a while, and then what? So build to last. Do it legally. Be wise, and yeah, do it officially. Make sure that it's up there, and you're responsible for it. And when you focus your energy like that, eventually it will push through. It will something will come out of you. But if you're not like this, you don't stay with it enough to actually get the success out of it. So you'll be swerving around trying to find easy way out. But there's no easy way out. God himself showed you. He let himself being crucified for a reason. Because there's no easy way out. That's why if there would be an easy way out, it would be like, hey guys, that's it. I'm done. Dad, I'm coming. That's it. I'm not doing that. But yeah, there's no way out. There's no easy way out. You have to do it the hard way, so that it sticks. Okay? Good. So therefore, when you're responsible, you take responsibility. You have you stay behind your words. Then obviously something's gonna happen, right? So imagination is good, but do it from a point of being responsible for it, for the fruit of your imagination. Don't be putting stuff up there and be like, I don't know, come up with a, you know, mask on your face, being like, that wasn't me, you know? Because when you're doing like that, you carefully about it. More paying more attention about it. What you put out there. So imagination is good. One thing, whatever comes out of it, as I said, then emotional intelligence. Okay, emotional intelligence, absolutely women stuff most of the time. Um, for some reason, women have an extra amount of intelligence. They are very, very um, emotional intelligent. So, also, men like me, hairy men in general, for some reason, I don't know the science behind it. Hairy men usually are more intelligent, emotional intelligent. They perceive emotions better. Black men also darker skin. For some reason, towards bold, the bold white skin type of blue eyes, white skin type of Northman has less emotional intelligence for some reason than the black. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, I could be wrong, don't call me on it. But if I'm wrong, then I guess that's fine, then everybody has it. But I said the levels of it, okay? I'm not saying they don't have any, but I have this intention of locking in, right? And isolate and stay focused on them, being cynic, not being empathetic with the others, just they're on their lane, what I'm doing, whatever, which is good to a certain extent when you work on something, on projects, stuff like that. But if a machine can substitute you, then you're not better than it. So therefore, you're gonna struggle in this new world because you have to do better what than a machine does. Right. Emotional intelligence is something that has a very um, tight connection with intuition, right? So intuition, that's why intuition, they're saying that intuition is feminine, right? Intuition. But what it is really intuition is a gut feeling, right? It's that gut feeling inside you. Now, that comes from experience. So, as you all know, probably, hopefully, if your audience, if you're looking at this video, you know about this stuff. There is the conscious, right? The conscious and the subconscious, right? So the big brain and the small brain. So basically, we're talking about the whatever is up here, this level here, and whatever is from here down, right? So the intuition part, it's around here, this area here, right? Body wise. So that's why it feels like a gut feeling. So and intelligent, emotional intelligence, I would say that it's more upstairs work because intelligo, because you understand. But it's obviously connected. It's an overall experience. By intuition, it says that it happens more like here. It's in your experience because you store it here. This is the area where you store all the information in the cells and everything, most of it. And that's why it feels like out of intuition, sometimes you get it right. Okay? You don't have evidence to prove it, right? But because you trust your gut, you go for it, and therefore you're sometimes, most of the time, you're right, but sometimes you're wrong. So that's why intuition is now really considered like a good argument, right? In certain cases, especially, um, yeah. But AI doesn't have intuition. Okay, so intuition is not hallucinations, for example. It's not something that you just put something in, because what's hallucination is basically for the AI. It's something that, because it's programmed to always give you something, right? And based on his knowledge, based on whatever he's got going on, he goes ahead and puts something together. He doesn't necessarily has that backed up on some data, but you know, because we work on what's true, right? And when we work on what is being proved, now we can talk about what truth is, okay, and we how we perceive truth as humans, okay? Because if you are Donald Trump, you probably say whatever I say is true is truth, okay? Because you got the money. But if you're a Christian, you will say God is truth, right? Jesus said, "I am the way, the life, and the truth," right? So then you will say the truth is filtered through our experience, right? So it comes out of us. But then, if the truth is not convenient for you, are you going to tell it? If it will put you in a, let's say, your life and death situation, you're gonna die if you say it. Are you gonna say it? Are you going to jail? Are you gonna say it? You know what I mean? I don't think so. You'll think twice. You'll be like, try to invent stories. So yeah, I guess they're going to have to get it out of you, right? Somehow, in one way or another. So yeah, I would say we're talking about truth now, but the AI itself, when it has been trained, it hasn't been trained of truth only, right? So what it has been trained, it was an amount of data that has been put out there, and most of the data that it has been trained on, you could say that it's like hearsay, right? It's like gossiping. So a lot of the information been distorted a lot. So now this guy knows a lot of bullshit that's been distorted by people in all sorts of ways, right? Because the truth is one. It's truth. That's clear. Truth is one. But if it goes through many filters, then it will be sounding a whole in a different way, right? It will be a different story. So when it comes to intuition, obviously it comes from inside, from you, and it kind of it's your experience, right? Your truth, and you kind of go with it. But when it comes to whatever AI can put together just to provide an answer, we call it hallucinating. But what it is just a bunch of whatever you've been trained on, which is similar with experience that you had, right? But it could be because at least to the point of comparing as data, right? But the only difference is that this is experience that you've been through, and that is just amount of data put it together that this guy is just picking up, right? So when he processes all the information, it's not like he goes through all the data, you know. He has some limitations because it will be costing a lot to go through all the data. He has it's billions of I don't know how much they training, but it's a lot of data they training them on. So Imagine, using all that data every time some guy asks a question on the ChatGPT. Like it wouldn't make sense, no? So there are a lot of guardrails, a lot of limitations. So I guess whatever data it can put together and summarize and understand, find whatever you're looking for, they have the ways to put it together and they come up with something. So I guess sometimes it's true, sometimes it can be backed up, but it's not really something. It is something at the end of the day, right? But it's not really the same thing as intuition. So yeah, obviously intuition is a lot more than gut feeling, just a way of saying. I'm not really an expert about it, but I'm just saying what I know, bro. Okay, whatever I could figure out till now. So if you could do something with the intuition for yourself of any job that is based on intuition, yeah, you could say that will eventually make you relevant somehow. And yeah, other than this, I don't know what to say. I think we're done. Finished the 20 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. And one more thing I would say that you could do better than AI is love, because AI can't love. Even if it simulates love, you you know, it's like a fake friend. Fake friends simulates love, right? But then on the long run, they will just turn up into be haters. So you will understand that they're not real. So yeah, it's pretty much same with AI. It's either too big to go through, or you're not feeling them, right? So that's what it is. So I guess yeah. Also, love is also a human trait. I guess most of the stuff that AI can do, it would be uh, technical work, right? Computer wise, whatever computer can a human do on a computer, AI will do it. Um, a lot of stuff like this, it wouldn't be able to have to deliver emotions like humans do. That's for sure. Even if I don't know, but I'm saying even if they develop it to the point of doing it, say for example those guys that are weird, that they like to have plastic dolls in their closet, right? And they pull it up, they pretending it's a woman. They took it to the level of creating AI, right? As a humanoid or whatever, right? Because they're weird like that. What the fuck you want? Some people are weird like that. So obviously they will try to make it to the point of imitating human emotions, right? But I don't think it will be able possible to actually imitate and deliver with the depth that humans have, because it's all about experience, life experience. So the more you suffer, the harder you love, isn't it? You understand feelings better. So I guess this is one of the reasons why God puts us through a lot of challenges, because it trains us. He never puts us through challenges that we can't get through. You know, there's always a way out, but we just have to understand that this is His plan. So He basically training us, teaching us how to love more in depth. So yeah, I don't know, man. What the hell do I know what's gonna happen in 50 years, 100 years? But I guess you would be relevant if you focus on these things than focusing on writing emails. Clearly, it makes no damn sense. If you have a receptionist job or whatever, you're writing emails, you whatever now. Unless you have big boobs. If you have big boobs, maybe your job is safe. But there's always a the big boobs lady has a safe place in our hearts, in men's hearts. For some reason, there's a certain connection, right? Thank you very much.